Oh wow, welcome back everybody. We have a wonderful stream today. Let's just go ahead and make sure everything is working a-okay before we continue. All right. Okay, let's begin. All right, today is episode 11, and we have a lot of recommendations. We have people really having high demand for wanting to know more about Infinite Overdrive, weapons, and other things. So this is going to be an episode that's pretty much going to break a lot of that stuff down. Hmm. Hey, welcome to the stream. Just getting started. I want to go ahead and say that while we were away and between the episode, let me just go ahead and tell you what we did. We maxed out all of our classes on the Joker. Let me just show you that real quick. So maxed out all the classes on the Joker. That's the first thing we did. Then we invested into more of the armor manufacturers. Then we acquired the level 55 treasure sensor armor and then high tier 60 armor. I'll go ahead and show you how we did that later. Then we pre-farmed and built some augments. So basically so I can show you guys exactly what today's episode is going to be all about, which is about Infinite Overdrive, explaining how you do it, explaining pretty much the tactics and why and how you can really achieve it and how you can control it. You see this big dinosaur here, this level 52, I'm going to instant kill you in one shot, big badass. He's actually going to be our little demonstration today. So, we also mentioned that we did pick up Nagi in a previous Affinity mission just to go ahead and get him unlocked, because he activates Blossom Dance, which I do not have on this current build. To show you what we got going on right now, on my main character, I've already acquired some particularly new weapons in the Prime category. As you see, we got a augmented Spatha here with Arts TP gain 20 on it. Then we also got a mixture of Ultra Infinite and Ultra Regula armor picked up from other basically 60 plus mobs. I couldn't really tackle a whole bunch of 67 plus with my current equipment, so I really couldn't guarantee getting the gold Ultra Infinites. So this is just pretty much as good as it's going to get right now. But I'll show you guys later in the episode how you can acquire some parts like that for yourself. If you might have noticed, a lot of that was TP related. And we're going to go ahead and put those all to use in just a few moments. Let me show you the skills. Currently with this build, we have a Secondary Accelerator, Fast Forward, Supreme Sword, TP Overdrive, and Yamato Spirit, all maxed out. And the reason why is so we can pretty much fuel our Ghost Walker. Now, I do not yet have Ghost Factory on this particular build. That'll be a little bit later. It'll make this stuff a little bit easier and be able to keep my teammates alive. Right now, I'll probably be the only one who'll be able to survive this fight. But I can't go in just guns blazing, or else it's going to raffle stomp me. I have to pretty much build up a little bit of TP in preparation for it. If I had other things like Ghost Factory, I could probably start a little bit sooner. So let's just go ahead and beat up on this guy a bit. The only reason why we're doing this is just so we can build up our TP. Shouldn't take too long because of the abilities I already have. Good. Got Overdrive ready. So we'll end this fight pretty quickly. Alright, now that we got the TP we need, what did we pick up here? Level 20. Just go away. Doesn't really matter. Alright, let's take on the big dinosaur butt. Now this guy has some very high spike damage. Very high physical spike damage, I should say. Without Ghostwalker or any other protective abilities, he will pretty much kill you. So we're going to use him as our demonstration for Infinite Overdrive as soon as I can select him. There he is, the Everlasting Milosaur. Now, when we're talking about Overdrive, there's two things that you might want to pay attention to, and that's in the very middle of the screen. You'll notice that there is a number, and then right next to that number, there's a white bar. That white bar is actually the timer for Overdrive. That's the timer for Overdrive. The number is actually the number of buffs that you are acquiring for Overdrive. So until I get my bearings back, I'm going to go ahead and just... Notice I keep using Ghostwalker, which will essentially make me invulnerable to this thing. And there we go. Now we're pretty much just going to spend the entire episode breaking down how we got to this point. It took me a lot of time to actually try to find the fastest way for you to pretty much follow in my footsteps and how you can go ahead and get there. So that way you can have infinite overdrive before you even take on the final boss of the game. So just to show you once more that wasn't necessarily a fluke, let me actually just... I should have just gone back to the Skell in the first place. Turn to Skell. Okay. So one more time. Now again, the big number in the middle is the number of buffs. It's the counter that you are acquiring. Basically, that's what damage output that you're doing. That's the resistances that you have, the amount of experience points you earn, etc., etc., etc. You max out at 99. So you want to keep your eye on the white ticker, not necessarily the big number. The big number is just a big, flashy, pointless thing. Unless you want to keep working on your counters, the color of the number, like if it's a green number, you will want to hit another green ability, which will give you a rather significant bonus. So as long as you keep on using the same kind of, well, basically as long as you keep comboing the same type of stuff in a row, you're going to keep getting numerous bonuses. Then when you see your ticker getting low, just go ahead and activate Overdrive again while you're in Overdrive. That's the whole idea of Infinite Overdrive. And that's how we achieve Infinite Overdrive, at least that's how we actually handle it. Now, you can't take on every big Tyrant in the game with this particular setup. We're still pretty early on in the game, don't have access to a lot of the best abilities yet, don't have access to a lot of the best things. So it took a while to even acquire the things that we need today. So let's just go ahead and jump in and get started breaking down how you too can go ahead and begin doing Infinite Overdrive right before the final boss. So we're going to start our episode here in the Administrative District. As soon as it decides to load. There it goes. All right. So now that we are now that we are here in the now that we are actually here in LA, let me go ahead and open this up. The goal for today is constructing 2 augments, primarily, for your weapon, and also acquiring a number of equipment, including high-quality level 60 armor and other additional weapons and accessories you may need. I'm just going to go hit every single thing in order and show you the best locations for every single one of those particular drops. So first off, we want to go ahead and start working on the creation of our weapon augment mods. And under here you'll see that it's not this one actually, it's Art Mod, I should say. Art Mod Augments. Under Art Mod Augments, you will get Art's TP Gain. You see, Art's TP Gain is one of your major heavy hitters. This is what's really going to be fueling your consistent infinite overdrive. On top of this, you'll see that we have the white Mortifol feather. You need 32 of those. We got the Starwing, there are 32 of those, right? And the red Vigrant thing, 32 of those. Be sure you also have the ore. Constantly mining in, you can find that ore throughout Caldros, you can find it throughout Sylvalum. You can go ahead and just set up numerous probes to start bringing that in every tick. Meanwhile, we also want to have an armor augment mod. Under the armor augment mod, you're going to want to have Extend Overdrive. Now, all you really need is one of these. Extend Overdrive 20 will go ahead and increase it by 25 seconds. And that's every time you hit it. And once you actually reach 99 in the overdrive thing, that the time extension gets ridiculous. So by the time you start fueling it up and getting your ticker all the way up to 99, you're really not going to need any more of this. So you can start distributing other augments into defensive qualities, allowing you to withstand harder and harder tyrants. The best thing to do is actually design your build to go up against which specific tyrant you want to take down. So just to get started for the final boss of the game, for Chapter 11 and Chapter 12, we are first going to show you how to go ahead and acquire all of this armor, where you can go and how you can acquire it quickly and efficiently. The first thing you need to do is to ensure that under Canon Incredible, you can start purchasing, if you can try, this Regal armor. Now, some of this stuff can be pretty expensive. The chest piece alone costs about $500,000. But if you've been farming Joker and been very selective about the loot and selling the rest, you'll find that you can actually acquire some money fairly quickly. The technique I'm about to show you on how to acquire level 60 armor, and particularly some rare chances of even some Ultra Regal Treasure Hunter, will also acquire you a fair deal of money as well. So as you're farming for this armor, you can sell whatever you don't want and continue to make that money and invest that into Treasure Hunter armor. And the Treasure Hunter armor, or should I say Treasure Sensor armor, will then give you better loot, which then sells for more, and then the process can continue until you cap out. So we're still using the exact same Skell from yesterday. The only difference, though, is that the Phoenix Hawk now has a number of Slayer on it. As you see, we have a Theroid Slayer, we have Theroid Humanoid Slayer, Theroid Humanoid Insectoid. So you see we have a basic mixture of Theroid, Insectoid, and Humanoid. This was all created throughout the day. I basically have 4 Insectoids, 4 Theroids, 3 Humanoids throughout the entire machine, which is good for farming everything that we're going to be doing today. And I repeat, that's 4 Theroids, 4 Insectoids, 3 humanoids. Now, where do you get that, you're probably wondering. Well, we're going to go ahead and show you right off the bat. So, if you want to go ahead and start working on Theroid Slayer first, because that's what's going to be dropping in the armor. That's what's going to be dropping our major source of income is that. Meanwhile, while your Meridium's coming in, you want to be investing in your AMs, and when your AMs are done being invested into, go ahead and start working on whatever slots you have for pieces of armor that you've got. So while we're doing this, I'm gonna be investing into my weapons and my armor to make sure that I can sustain a greater and more powerful form of infinite overdrive, making it much more flexible. The more augment slots you've got in your weapons and armor, the more flexible you are in creating, well, and basically tackling for different tyrants. First thing that we're going to do is head to Primordia, and Primordia at FN 119. We're going to be going into Skell. With FN 119, we're going to have a collection of pigs, squigs, whatever they're called. You might be familiar with this with earlier in the game. If you just come over here to this little thing, you'll notice that we have a number of squids. Just park your butt here, hit your Phoenix, and basically have a big bacon cook-off barbecue. So you'll notice they all drop Fleecy Fur. All the other armor that they drop is pretty much worthless, so just go through and pick up all the materials, including our Fleecy Fur. Just sell everything else. Then return to Scale. And once again, have a nice barbecue cook-off. Okay, the reason why we are picking up the Fleecy Fur, if we go back to Administrative District. Now remember, you're going to be wanting to make Theroid augments for your Scale. We'll be using this to increase the potency of your Phoenix, because your Phoenix is going to be your primary farm tool. All of the farming locations that I pretty much plotted out today are ideal for Phoenix farming. So all I want to do is go into the Engineer Augments, go to Scale Weapon Augmentations, go to Enemy Exploit, go to Theroid, and then Theroid XX. You'll notice that it takes 12 Fleecy Fur and 4 Marine Rutile, whatever, for each individual augment. You're going to want 4 of those, so plan accordingly. Once you have 4, go ahead and slot out your Scale. Equip them to your weapons, particularly your Phoenix, whatever. Just distribute them throughout. As long as they're equipped to a weapon, it'll affect the entire Scale. You do not necessarily have to have all of them on Phoenix. Phoenix only has a maximum of 3 slots, so do not think that they all have to be on Phoenix. Just as long as they're on a weapon, that's all you need. So now that we got that, the next place you want to go is to Sylvalum. Why Sylvalum? Oh, before we do that, I almost forgot, you need to go to Sylvalum during the daytime. So let's just go ahead and change the time. We're going to be going after some Jucals. I really don't know how to pronounce them, Jucals, whatever. So we're just going to switch the time to day, early morning. Scale is all fueled up. I'll show you exactly where we're going to go in a second. It's typically at this point in the game, if you do not have a mechanical level 5, you will not have this location. But you can always begin at FN 401 in Sylvalum, and we can fly up to a location that you can grab, which is at this boundless chasm. Alright, so here we are at FN401 in Sylvalum. So just hop in your Skell and fly up, and you'll see you have this giant green pillar here. We're going to fly to the very summit of this thing. Okay, there's actually a little grassy spot. As long as you're up here and you acquire this location, you'll be fine and good to go. Forgot where we spawn exactly. Let me go ahead and hit the spawn point, and it'll show us where we spawn when we get this location saved. Okay, we spawn here, at the far end. Alright. So we're going to go to, so we just jump in the air, fly over, and you'll see there's a small island out in the middle of the water. So remember, go here during the day, and we're going to be using Phoenix to farm a vast number of Jucals. This is also a great way to acquire Jucal eggs or any other material you need from them. This is a significant cluster of them. Okay, they're all about 65 or so, so we're just going to go ahead and round them all up.
Let's get this over.
Kind of get the hate on all of them. Okay, what I like to do is once I get hate on all of them, wait till they start throwing fatigue on me, like that, and then hit the Phoenix. This may not necessarily hit them all. Sometimes it all depends on spawns. I save my sword for any ones that are full strength still.
We got him. Let's move.
Okay, so what you might immediately notice is that we're getting level 60 equipment, particularly the Ultra Regal. Now what we're looking for, the ideal, is Golden Ultra Infinite Armor. But keep in mind that Golden Ultra Infinite Armor has a high chance of dropping from anything that is above level 67. Since these are not, just go ahead and pick what you want. Sell the rest. Since I haven't really gotten any of these materials before, I'm going to go ahead and grab them now. They all sell for a pretty penny. So that was about 80k right there. So the water here is shallow. Just land. Turn to Skell. Come back up.
Looks like we've got no choice.
Gather all your prey together. Wait to see the whites of their eyes. Alright. Looks like I missed a couple. Oops. Had to bug out because they didn't quite get into the Phoenix. Missing 3 could be lethal to me. I need to kill them quickly or they will destroy the Skell. Still got most. Now as you're doing this, remember to keep on acquiring more and more treasure sensor armor. The only reason why I'm not triggering as many loots is because this is very high quality stuff. Normally you have to farm for a significant amount of time in order to actually start getting something of merit. And even with everyone having 55 treasure sensor armor, you're still going to primarily get blues and greens. You're not going to guarantee yellows like you were earlier in the game. You really have to invest crazy amounts into actually getting some treasure sensor armor, or get lucky and hope these guys actually drop some too while you're farming them. Okay, they're all really spread out. That's better. Of course, you get some nice weapons as well, occasionally. Some Ultra Regal. Sadly, it's not everything we want. Just sell them. We'll do it one more time. Then we'll move on to the next location. Of course, you'll be spending a lot more time here than what I'm just demonstrating in the stream. I'm pretty much showing you where to go and how to do it, what you need. Remember, this is with the really powerful Phoenix that we picked up earlier in one of our previous episodes. So this is not just any run-of-the-mill Phoenix.
Is that it? Nice work.
Alright, that's pretty much it for the farming for the armor and everything else from this location. So at this point, we're going to want to go ahead and return back to the Administrative District. Okay, now I'm about to show you what you need to get one of the next augmentations for farming. So just give me a moment. Yes. What I was looking, well, what I was about to look for was how to make the anti-ether ability. Eventually we're going to get an ether sword, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip that step. We're going to go ahead and move on to Starwing farming. And the reason why we're going to be doing Starwing farming, let me just show you all one more time, is that if we go under Art Mod, TP Gain X, you see we have the Aeviter Starwings. There's a really great way you can farm these in a great location at a really good speed. Now, if you don't know what the Aeviters are, they're the little, they look like statues in sand, just kind of sitting out. I'll show you exactly what you're looking for. This is at 415, FN 415 in Sylvalum. This is very north, just about near the Caldros entrance. So you know you're in the right spot when you see this big ol' Zadam just kind of doing patrol. Now, in order to acquire Starwings, they come from these, which are Aeviters. But you see how they got the big blue wings? in order for you to increase your odds of having what you want drop, you need to understand that you need to cut off both wings. If you do not cut off both wings, you will not guarantee yourself a drop. If you cut off both wings, you'll guarantee yourself at least one drop. They can drop a maximum of 3 wings. I'll show you now.
It didn't have to be like this. Shadow strike. Good enough. Let's move.
So you got 1 wing there. What I like to do is I just treasure deal the other one. Now, I did that in improper order. I meant to do both fists and then do the shoulder slam. Let me demonstrate that properly this time.
It didn't have to be like this.
Let's get in close. Teach them a lesson.
I'll make him hurt. Shadow strike.
Hopefully we got a cockpit view. And then shoulder slam. That'll go ahead and cut off both wings.
Buff up now.
They just kicked the music back. Burning flash.
I'll make him hurt.
Seems like we got a little bit of extra fun here. And normally I don't have that problem. Might be because I just added. Let's see, what's his name again? I just added Nagi. So he probably has an AoE ability. Location. See? 2 wings at a time. All you gotta do is just teleport back to 415 and then hit those locations once again. Just keep doing that until you have 32 Aeviter rings. Okay, we got that out of the way. So let's move on to the white Mortifols. White Mortifol feathers are in Noctilum. And to be more exact, they're in Noctilum 521. Sorry, did I say 521? Ahem. 221. Why did I say 521? Anyway, yeah, Noctilum 221. The moment we appear in Noctilum at FN 221, there's going to be 5 white Mortifols on the ground. One thing that you want to keep in mind is that these are very, very fragile. Do not use any abilities on them. Do not use Phoenix. Do not use swords. Do not punch them. You just want to do standard auto attacks.
It didn't have to be like this.
Come through here. You want to get in the air, target, and then do standard auto attacks. What this is going to do, this is going to deflower them. Target the next one. Keep rotating through your auto attacks. And hello, Grim Reaper. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. So you notice we now get white Mortifol feathers. one for each one we killed. So considering you need 32 of those, the fact that you'll be taking them out pretty quickly is not really that big of a deal. So moving on, our next location is in Leaning Ring. That's going to go all the way back to Oblivia. Now this is a particularly favorite location of mine. This is right next to FN 313. There's an actual teleport called Leaning Ring. Currently, Grim Reaper, demonstrating how people can construct the Infinite Overdrive build. You missed it earlier, but I did demonstrate it earlier in this particular stream. In this episode, it's all about how to build it, how to farm it very quickly, and where to go. And I forgot to mention that while we're going to this Vibrant and Leaning Ring, we need to go during the daytime. That kind of did slip my mind there, because I was a little distracted, so sorry about that. Once I go through and hit all these points on where to farm and how to create your augments, then we'll continue with the story and show you just how efficient the Infinite Overdrive is in continuing with chapters 11 and chapter 12. So now that we're in the morning time, let's jump back over to Oblivia, hit the Leaning Ring point. Now, when you are farming these Vigents, you want to hit them a certain way, and you want to use certain weapons on them. With the Phoenix Hawk that we've made in previous episodes, we have a number of things, all basically melee. We have the 2 punches, we have the shoulder tackle, we have the big sword, and the Phoenix. So when you want to really harvest these guys for everything that they've got, including their blood, their claws, everything, just go ahead, target their head, get in close, open up with the Phoenix. Okay, next, you see you popped off one of his heads. You got to do it again. But on the second time, use a shoulder tackle on his head. That will immediately break it, and you'll get blood from that. Next, you'll target his claw. The claw takes a while to take out, so you want to actually use your sword to cut that off. You see, even with that didn't quite break it. So with Overdrive, I know for 100% we can go ahead and crack that off. As soon as we get our shoulder tackle back up, that should pop it. There we go. Currently I'm Drifter. In the previous episode, anyway, let me show you real quick that we got the skin, we got the scalp, we got the blood, and we got the high quality claw. That's pretty much all you really want. You don't want anything else. Anyway, show you what class we actually are, because the previous episode we did the Joker farming. Oops, classes. We're actually maxed out in all classes and currently sitting just on Drifter for the 5th skill slot. So, demonstrating Vibrant farming, just go ahead and exit your Skell right here. Well, the sword that I have is something that you could purchase. So you can actually get that by maxing out Tier 5 and one of the arms manufacturers. I'll show you in a little bit when that's important. So let's just continue showing you every bit of the farm points. I'll demonstrate this one more time. Go ahead, target his front. Use shoulder tackle, break his nose, and then use sword on the claw. And that breaks the claw. There, you have successfully harvested from this Vigrant, so just kill him at this point. So he'll drop the blood, the claw, the red scalp, vibrant blood, morphs thing. So if you do it efficiently, you'll get double everything that you're looking for. Now, all we really want for this particular augment is the scalp. The blood and the claws are useful for other augments that you may take in the future. So let's just go ahead and take all. All right, now that I've showed you how to do the vibrant farming, let's move on to the next bit. Once we actually have all those bits and pieces, you can create that particular augment. And once again, that augment is actually the Arts Gain TPXX, as you see there. I'll show you exactly where you pick it up. Head back to the administrative district. Now the sword that you're going to want to equip it to, I'll show you how to buy that so that way you know where to slot. Now this is just a standard ether sword, so this is not one that you can farm. There is one that you can farm from an 88 Tyrant, however that Tyrant is not available until you've beaten the game. So it's actually locked until you've reached a certain goal. Yes, I'm showing you the sword right now, so what you actually go into Manage AMs. The sword is found under Meredith and Company. So you just go ahead and max this out at tier 5. Once you max it out at tier 5, you can just walk over here and purchase it. Let's say from the longsword category. Go to the very bottom, and it's not that one, not that one. It's actually that one is it, yeah. It's right there. So that's the one that I purchased for this standard build. This is not the most ideal sword. This is just something that you can acquire before the final boss. So this is good enough to get you post chapter 12. So you can start slotting that immediately once you pick it up. Then you want to head over back here and you want to engineer the augment. The augment you want is a weapon augment, and that is going to be under Art Mod Augments, Arts TP Gain, and Arts TP 20. So if you follow everything that I've showed you, you should be able to acquire that probably within an hour or less if you're very diligent. All right, so now that you actually have that augment, we are now going to move on to the next augmentation, which is for your armor. Now, as I demonstrated earlier in the episode, when you go to Engineer Augments, under Armor Augments, this will actually be under Overdrive Augments and Extend Overdrive. We're going to be going for Extend Overdrive by 25 seconds. That's all you need, trust me. So you'll see that we need unfertilized eggs, we need red brandy, and we need fine red belts. So now I'm going to show you where to farm each of those for very quickly with your Phoenix. Keep in mind, the Phoenix that we are using for this farm is a very high quality, R450 GG Phoenix. And we will need, for this one, you must have the Humanoid and you must have the Insectoid and the Theroid. All these need to be equipped for this particular farming run. All right, so we are now going to go to Noctilum, and this is, again, must be during the day. So all the good farming spots are timed. Apparently I'm having some problems with my stream here. Let me see if everyone's I'm getting some red line. See if there's anything I'm missing here. Go through and I'm getting a lot of fluctuations in my ping. Yeah, it's going all over the place. Hold on a second.
One, two, three, four.
It just keeps bouncing up and down like a damn jackrabbit. Trying to see what's causing it, but I don't see anything taking any information from me at all. Well, we're going to continue. All right, so I want you guys to tell me if you're having any problems with the with the quality of the stream's output, because we're supposed to be doing this at 60 FPS, and seeing it, I'm now critically redlining. I'm just going to hope it stops. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and show you the next farming location as soon as I can open it. Okay. All right. Next farming location is again during the day. We're going to be going back to Noctilum, and it's going to be at FN 212. So let me just find FN 212 again. It's been a while since I've jumped in FN 212, so I gotta kind of annoyingly hit every single one of these until I find it. There it is. All right, FN 212. All right, there we go. My ping is now stabilized. So I don't know what the heck happened there, so I hope everyone is still with me. Anyway, moving on. So now that we're at FN 212, assuming during the day, we're now going to be hunting memory serves, it's over here, close. Well, they're on the ground, so they're actually above this location, so I guess I marked it wrong. It's not. Yep, it's FN 211, not 212. That's why I was having trouble. Okay, FN 211. Anyway, once we arrive at FN 211, you want to farm up in the sky. You'll see you have 3 of them or so, sometimes 4 clustered together. Just go ahead, pop your Phoenix. Kill them instantly.
Don't mistake me for some empty soup.
Now, they didn't drop anything that we're looking for, so we're actually looking for unfertilized eggs. So all you want to do is kill the 3, drop down, return to Skell. This is actually one of the most annoying resources to farm, so this is probably one of the best locations to acquire it. Still haven't dropped it yet. It's an unfertilized egg. It'll be blue. I'll show you when it drops. Oh, my ping's going bad again. Ooh, here's 4 together. There we go. There is unfertilized Auvers egg. You see how many of those I had to kill before one actually drops. That's why it's a pretty annoying resource. So just grab that, and remember, you need 12 of them for this. So just keep doing that, rinsing and repeating. We'll do it one more time. Remember, this is at FN 211, not 212. That was made of improper notation. There we go. More fertilized eggs are dropping now. Yeah, and that's it for the eggs. So once you've acquired all 12 eggs, your next target is actually Red Brandy. For this one, you're going to be heading over to Sylvalum again. And particularly, we're going to be heading to... You can go to either FN 407 or FN 410. It doesn't necessarily matter. Because what we're going to is in between those, called Banshee's Cave. So we're going to go to FN 407, and I'll show you where to go from there. Okay, from FN 407, just go ahead and take flight. You do not have to go far at all. So boom, here you are. You'll get Banshee's Cave. This is where you will be spawning from in order to farm. You'll be targeting these particular hidden turtle things. Fly up. You want to target their shells. A good shoulder smash is all you really need. They're very soft. Sword is particularly overkill, wastes too much gas. And even doing that, they do not necessarily guarantee a Red Brandy drop. It's a very high chance, though, not necessarily guaranteed. You should drop this time.
Don't mistake me for some empty suit.
Nope, still didn't drop. You might be noticing that with this particular augment, that there's 12 of them because they don't drop quite as frequently as the ones that do the 32.
It didn't have to be like this. Get out of here! Keep firing from above. I own that. My adrenaline drive.
Blade blur. We got it. You cut it into the red.
Ghost back. Is that it? We got it. Let's move.
Once you kill those 3, jump back over to Banshee Cave. Got a little bit of a storm going, so let's refresh. Good thing about Sylvalum is that sometimes they'll have Marinum in the air, so that will help refuel you while you're farming.
It didn't have to be like this. Get out of here! Melee! Now it's my turn. Appreciate it. That hurt. Fire! Shadow strike. Good enough. We got him. Let's move.
There we are, Red Brandy. 2 of them, in fact. Just kill 2 more, and then we'll move on to our next location for farming.
They've seen us. Get out of here!
Attack and raid. Keep them going.
Shadow strike. Ghost back.
Got it. You cut it into the red. Blade blur.
Good enough. We got him. Let's move.
My skill setup is what I call the Phoenix Hawk. It's largely melee oriented, so I'm using the Virus, which complements melee with its Overdrive.
Make him hurt. Shadow strike.
So if you want more details on how it's constructed, you can always check out prior episodes of the stream, but particularly episode 10, the one that came before this one, in which we constructed the scale. Alright, so this is where you would get red brandy. The last part that you need is fine red belts. Now this is why you will need the 3 humanoid the 3 humanoid slayer augmentations. You're going to want to head over to Kuldros, and particularly 512. 512 in Kuldros is a enemy base. Let me show you real quick. The base of this scale is a Virus. It's a light type that I've called the Phoenix Hawk. So as you notice, everything is interstellar parts, or intergalactic parts, except for the shields, which are prime. And then we got prime parts. And of course some other augmentations as well. Now, like I said, all you gotta do is tune in to episodes 9 and 10, where all these parts came from. And in episode 10, you see where it was actually constructed. So anyway, in Kuldros, it's FN 512. Notice it's an enemy base. Quite a number of enemies over here. Be careful, because there is another Tyrant that he doesn't pop in yet, but he's sitting inside here, so he's pretty powerful for you. But what you really want is, you see this little group of Marnoks right here. Just kind of hover over them, particularly this one in the middle right here. Pop your Phoenix.
Phoenix wings, keep firing from above and take control of the battle.
There you go. Kill 7 at once. See, they drop a number of things, fine belts, you know, intergalactic parts and other things. So it's a very good place to farm them. And when it comes to the G-Buster, the Virus actually comes with a G-Buster. If you want an intergalactic G-Buster, like I said, tune into episode 9, in which we go out to farm an intergalactic level 50 G-Buster. So in order to continue farming here, just pop out of your Skell, go ahead and return to Skell. Jump up, and again, pop your Phoenix. So you notice a large quantity of fine belts. So, assuming that you have now farmed all the resources that I just demonstrated, including the eggs, the red brandy, and the belts, you should now be able to create your extension augmentation and apply it to your armor. So again, to repeat where it is, under Engineer Augments, Armor Augmentations, Overdrive Augments, Extend Overdrive, and Extend Overdrive by 25 seconds.
That's crazy.
So now let's head over here and just keep slotting things up. Okay, that'll prove helpful for later. For now, let's fuel up our Skell. Here's a nice little save. Alright. And that is really about it for when it comes to the creation of your Infinite Overdrive. Now, let's say that you have created your Infinite Overdrive and you want to once again walk over the mastering of it. You can fast forward to the beginning of this video, and you will notice I do walk through how to pretty much introduce that. Go over my build one more time. Yeah, under skills, we have secondary accelerator, fast forward, supreme sword, TP overdrive, Yamato spirit. Now you can also switch out Yamato spirit with core crusher, which negates appendage damage from ether attacks, but boosts primary damage by 150% when maxed out. So that's also something to keep in mind. The only reason why I went with Yamato spirit is because I just wanted a little bit more TP for that initial quick gain. But now seeing how my TP level is, I'm actually going to switch it over to core crusher. Now with the difference of core crusher, let's see exactly how it plays up against the big Milosaur that we fought at the beginning of the stream. Let's use the exact same tactics and see if it's just as efficient. Okay, there's our big Milosaur, so all we're going to do is just build up our TP real quick. Okay, we actually got quite a bit of TP stored up from our previous fight, so let's just clear this out.
Scatter 'em. Let's see what you've got. Scatter 'em. Lots and loads. That is nuts. Overdrive. Go fast. Let's get looking. Appreciate it. Fire part of the rising flood. Nice hit. Let's see another. Now it's my turn. Then move in and strike. Go, Walker. Too much of this will take its toll.
Actually, there's a significant amount of damage increase, so yes. So now we're packing Core Crusher. Alright, with that in mind, let's see what our story requires. I think we need to do a couple of more Affinity missions, a few other things. Anything that's going to allow us to slowly work our way towards Ghost Factory is something I'm very happy about. Ghost Factory is one of my favorite abilities. I wish my stream would stabilize. I'm a little bit annoyed that it keeps going orange and red on me. 9 lives at boot camp and restricted member Nagi. So let me go ahead and kick out our Mr. Restricted member. Active Mimbas. Nagi. Goodbye. Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue with our Affinity mission for boot camp. So let's pop that up real quick and hope our stream eventually stabilizes. I'm getting annoyed. I have no idea how the final product is going to be showing up, if whether or not we have a large amount of skipping, because I've never seen this thing drop all the way down to 2000 kbs before. It's supposed to stay at 3000, about 3,500 to be more ideal. So my ISP is very annoying. They might be like, "Oh, you've maxed out your usage for the month." If that's going to be the case, I'll keep that in mind to expand my plan. Wait, did I already finish this one? No. Oh, boot camp's back there. I walked right by it. Stupid me.
Colonel, everyone's here.
Okay, let's wipe the floor with them. Probably a little too...
Fight back.
All over.
Oh, I feel bad now.
You can do it.
It's right? Defense.
God, my internet connection's a freaking rainbow. Talked to Gwen in the outfitter's hangar, and I just walked right by him, didn't I? Psh. Why do I do that? Task A. No. No.
Huh? 3 missions?
They all should require the soldier's assault rifle. Let's go kill some piggies. And welcome back to the stream. Still, my internet connection seems to be turning my output into a frickin' rainbow. Constantly alternating from red to green so rapidly. It's rather annoying me. Probably gonna have to contact my ISP after this stream today, especially if it gets too ugly. Alright, let's make sure he pops him. He did. Good. Did not mean to pop that, but oh well, doesn't matter. I care not.
I'm in the zone. Let's close in and clean up.
Like this.
Melee attack. I'll make him hurt.
How about a buck?
My quality is falling. Keeps teetering between 1 and 3,000 kps.
I'll make him hurt. Shadow strike. Nice hit. Let's see another. Keep the rhythm going. Is that it?
Why can't I get any power out of this thing? Oh, these wires are backwards.
Let's see. Next task.
I'll blast them wide open. Shadow strike. I'll make it hurt.
Okay, let's finish our last task. It's way over there. Seems my internet connection was just reset. Also, my game currently went temporarily offline, so... But that's not necessarily going to hinder our progress. No, what I'm just concerned about is making sure our stream is still stable, so... looks like I'm now at a stable ping, and we're still online, so that is what matters to me. Sorry for the interruptions there, everybody. We seem to have a bit of a hiccup with my ISP. I don't know what they were doing. So, heading back in, let's take care of this mission and start working on Chapter 11. Cheesing it with Infinite Overdrive as long as we can go. You know, I think I know what's causing it. Let's turn that off. Alright, let's try this one more time. Oh, I feel so sad for him. Overkill is an understatement. Yeah, that being sprawled out is the appropriate position for him right now. Save it. We should be able to take on the entire dungeon with ease. And I stress that. Utter and complete ease. If you follow all the steps that I showed earlier in this video, you will just raffle stomp this entire place. Let's pick up HB, actually. I'm in a HB mood. He should still be equipped with what I gave him last time, so he shouldn't be... As long as it's not morning. I would hate to have teleported here and it be morning. That would piss me off. So I hate wasting time. Time is precious. It's morning! No! Which means I have to teleport all the way back to barracks just so I can sleep. Oh no. Unless there's a bench. Let me see if there's a bench. Is there a bench? Gotta be a bench. Residential district. There is not a bench nearby. Oh, that sucks. At this rate, I could just wait till the afternoon. It's almost afternoon. Ah, I think that's a bench down here.
Fascinating, right?
Listen up.
There's a bench.
I see.
Now that our stream is stabilized, I'm now happy.
Listen up.
Have you come for the best? Come now, let's go.
Hey, welcome to the stream. We're just about to do Chapter 11. Show you the wonderful benefits of our Infinite Overdrive build that we put together earlier. Not even going to use a Skell. So what's nice about having Infinite Overdrive for Chapter 11 is because you actually go on foot in a dungeon, and if you've been working on a Skell for all this time, you'd kind of be like, oh no, what do I do? Skippity scap and scope can go. Alright. This one wants me to go to the administrative district. And all these in the hangar district, so let's go to the hangar. Alright. No spoilers, so let's skip this. Skip it. The stream is not about spoiling things. The stream is about showing how to play.
What is
Moving right along. Now I'm going to go to Caldros. This is going to require us to do a little dungeon run, in which we shall have a perfect time to demonstrate the fun of Infinite Overdrive. Little cutscene here because it's got me locked. All right. Can't skip everything. This we can't skip. Oh, where are you at? You always drop down. There you are.
They're not really planning to
boss.
This ends now. Overdrive. Let's see. Tornado.
Superior decoy round.
Victory.
Yeah, we could bring in the Skell, but I don't really wanna. Time to enter the arena.
This is wrong.
Doesn't have to be like this. My turn. Oh, that is nuts. Move in and do some damage. Offensive stance. I'll make him hurt.
That's right. He's a little bit vulnerable at the start, I believe. Yep, there he goes. Just gonna keep building up my stacks until he's hittable. Still not hittable. Alright, that was a quick fight. Chapter 11 completed. Okay, that's done. Alright, let's see what it wants me to do next. Going back to Blade Barracks. I noticed that Ghost Factory is still not yet attainable. Alright, Chapter 12. If you accept this story mission. Woo! I think this is the last one, right? So, let's accept this story mission. Into the Core. Wasn't that the sequel to Into the Void? Let's keep skipping all these mini cutscenes, for there's a lot of them, yes indeed. Don't care. Alright. Now with our infinite overdrive, let us exploit. I've always wanted to take on the final boss with infinite overdrive. Huh. This is going to be fun. I wonder how fast he's going to drop. Well, I mean, I've taken on some portions of the boss with infinite overdrive using time attack, but not the full thing. Alright. Spoiler warning. If you don't want to know where the life hold is, I recommend you stop watching now. Because that's where we're going next. Save some gas. Path of least resistance.
It didn't have to be like this.
The "Are you sure? Are you really sure?" thing. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm really sure. There's no turning back now. This is kind of a long fight, so need to make myself comfies. All right. I'm gonna bring her, but I'm not really gonna use her. What's with my stream health again? Why is it going down? Oh, I'll talk that. All right.
I shall purge you from the cosmos. I'm willing to give that a try. This will be a fitting end to your pathetic race.
This ends now. I'll make it work.
Superior decoy round. Close quarters. Feel my cold.
I'll blast it wide open. Shadow strike.
Now you legs, stay down.
Oh, that is nuts.
We underestimate the power of these
We're done with stage 1.
escape these corners.
Time for stage 2.
Oh, that is nuts.
Steel blow.
Oh, that was a pretty quick stage 2. I think my burst damage really just kind of broke that entire fight because he was supposed to have more favors. Supposed to have more phases.
You need to fight back. This ends now.
next? Well, that was easy. Story mission completed. That was quick. Oh, support missions, how I have missed you. Finally. Alright. So, yeah. We just finished the story. But, now it's time to get Ghost Factory. Let's do it. Alright. Now and then, if you accept this Affinity mission, you cannot switch out. Okay, we gotta fight 2 level 80s, so this is gonna be fun. Nope, don't want to save. But I do want to. I think I gotta go in the evening. Yeah. That's what it says. I gotta go get a nice little twilight going. In the evening. Alright. Let's fight this giant scorpion. Ooh. But before we do that, actually, I should invest into some slotty slots. Bum-bum-ba-dum. Yeah, since I'm probably going to replace my sword soon, I'm going to go ahead and start investing slots into another piece of equipment.
Hey!
There we go. Alright. Let's make sure while it's still evening, go to that location so we can get the twilight little thing going on. Can't believe you have to beat the game in order to get access to this ability. It's kind of lame.
They're not really planning to fight.
My mind is clear. This shield wall! I owe you one. Oh, that is not
Shooting down while they're repaired.
Offensive step! Prepare your order.
Furious blast!
Ready for any aggressor. You picked out today's menu, Lynn?
Not yet. Depends if Patsy can make it or not.
Now for the real fun. That was just a warm-up. Looks like it wants me to go up there. Yep, I see the Sphinxes. Oh, now I wish I brought my scale. I just don't want to use the scale in the fight. No, I'm not going to do this during this fight. This scale. That's asking a lot to have a weather debuff on me. Alright, 2 level 80 Sphinxes. Here we come.
Shield wall!
I owe you one.
I owe you one.
Oh, come on, Elma. Why don't you use Ghost Factory? You got it, don't you?
This is my chance. This ends next.
Oh dear. Because
I should heal up first.
Oh no, this is going to be close.
I'll give it everything I've got.
There we go.
Shadow strike. Violent freak. Have to stay in there.
Superior threat!
Help me. Offensive step. Primer.
Superior decoy round!
Who wants to take a nasty step?
Atomic hit!
One down. Come Come on, get up. There we go.
I'm on fire now.
Furious blast. Take things like this.
Ghost Factory. Yay. All right. Now I could keep my whole team alive. Arts. All right, something's got to go, and that's you. I really don't need you. All right, Ghost Factory. I do love Ghost Factory. Now, let's tame it. Alright, now that we have acquired Ghost Factory, let's max it out. By the way, what's Lynn's affinity? She should be maxed just like Elma. Lynn's been hanging in there forever. Lynn! 4 hearts, so you'll do. Alright. Support missions! We want to do... class points, what is it? What am I looking for? BP, looking for BP. BP 60. As if a cloud. Okay. This should be fun to farm with the Phoenix. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. What I like to do for these is get all the bugs together.
You're not really planning to fight me.
And Phoenix.
Is that it? Nice work.
That way they all respawn at once. Give him a second. I'll be back in a moment. It's 3 rounds of these guys.
It didn't have to be like this.
Okay. And that's good enough.
Shield ball.
Good enough. Nice work.
Alright. More. Beats mindless grinding. It's kind of what support missions are, they're just mindless grinding.
It didn't have to be like this.
But done easier. Now the last group.
Is that it?
Well then, that was passable.
Do 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 do. Come on. Where's the last group? Unless there's 4 in one last group. Ugh. Yeah, there is.
We need to fight back.
Shield wall.
Now I got the last group. Okay.
They're not moved by one fight. Shield wall.
Is that it?
That one was guaranteed.
So annoying, but necessary. I personally really hate this mission. But there's an upside. Now that we beat the game, we can now max out Nagi's Affinity. Yay! Nagi's Affinity. Woo. Means I could technically just kick out Lynn. Or Elma. Probably Elma, because Elma's maxed. I don't really need her anyway. No. Yep, Elma's maxed. I can boot her out. Put Nagi in her place. Now that I have access to support missions, I am going to abuse them like no tomorrow. Because, oh my god, I love them so much. They make the workload so much easier. We're doing this for a reason, by the way. This is part of the building for the Infinite Overdrive is doing this. You need Nagi because he unlocks the Blossom build. Without him, you will not have a Blossom. Okay.
Need my help?
Yes, Nagi, we do. Come with me, Nagi.
Shall we?
Yes, we shall. Super. Cadgefragilus, SB Alagocious. Alright. Do it. Do it to it. Support missions. Alrighty. Let's kind of alternate so that way I don't get totally freaking burnt out. Let's see. Meridium. No. Okay, this is the last one. Grow a lot closer to your people. Yeah. Water torture. I'll alternate between this and the other one. Because it is torture. Oh my god, is it torture. But with the Phoenix, it's so much more fun. Phoenixes make everything fun. Do. Look, I got a Phoenix. Oops, I need to get more. I need to get more humanoid killers. Now that we see I need more humanoid killers, well, I will get some. Boom. One more humanoid slayer, I think, would do it. I'm a badass in a purple mech. Okay. Alright, let's go put one more humanoid slayer on this bad boy. What's that running at? Yep. Then we'll do stuff. like serve the Nopon and unlock the kitty cats and other things. Whee! Okay. Alright. Yeah. Should have enough parts. Scale weapon. Enemy exploit. Humanoid. Create. ID. Skell gear. There we go. That should tide us over. Teleport back in. We will continue with our onslaughting rampage and other thoughts. Oh, welcome to the stream. How you doing, Neo Rio? You just missed all the fun. Oh my God, we had so much fun just killing the final boss in like what 5 minutes flat with Infinite Overdrive. It was amazing. Where were you? You totally missed it. So now we're just doing really boring Affinity missions and stuff like that. So yeah, it's like the previous 2 hours were really fun. So right now I'm in more of a Q&A mode as I prepare to do more building for my Infinite Overdrive, because this is the Infinite Overdrive episode. So I'm just showing what you do after you beat the final boss and acquire Ghost Factory, which we just did, by the way. So all I'm doing right here is getting a little bit, I'm doing Affinity and I'm doing BP. Why? So I can unlock Blossom. No, I do not have Minecraft on Wii U. I actually heard it was not so good, to be absolutely honest. I don't know, I haven't tried it myself. Have you tried it?
They just picked a losing battle.
Gotta get these guys together. Come on. Come together. There we go.
Is that it?
You messed with the wrong secretary.
So while I work on these incredibly boring things, do you have any questions?
They just picked a losing battle. Start with range. Follow my wheel ball.
Gonna kill one more of those, and then we can finish this off.
They just picked a losing battle. Open fire. They're not powering up would be the smart approach.
Phoenix wings blade will destroy you.
Don't mistake me for some empty soup.
There'd be some barbecue bugs. Well, the reason why we're getting the BP and the reason why we're getting the Affinity is so we can perfect the current build we have for our Infinite Overdrive. The BP allows us to keep leveling things up, and the Affinity allows us to get Blossom Dance, which means it's a much, much more powerful ability. Well, I'll be streaming for another 55 minutes today. Pretty much this episode was a long time coming. I've been doing a lot of preparations. So a lot of that was covered in the first, hour and a half. So right now I'm just working on the tail end of that. So like I said, if you have any major questions or want to see anything in particular, I can definitely cover that before the stream is over. Hey, welcome to the stream. Right now, we are just perfecting some minor elements to our Infant Overdrive build. So it might seem a little brainless, but that's just because this will take a tiny bit more grinding, but won't take too much longer. I'm not really going to unlock Blossom Dance right now because, yeah, it's going to take a while. I'm just alternating between the Affinity one and that because, let me show you. Just doing, so far we've done, what, 2 of those? 3 of those maybe? Yeah, I think 2. And give you an idea how slow that goes. He's already at 1 heart. I need him at 3 hearts. So that's why we're just kind of jumping between that and the 60 BP. No, I have not heard of Mr. Juggernuggets. Why do you ask, Neo Rio? And welcome to the stream again. Okay.
They're not really planning to fight.
Stupid bugs. They need to come together. Hug me! Hug me! There we go. Why can't we all just get along? So those of you watching the stream, while I'm doing these rather mindless little grinding things to make some final tweaks to our Infinite Overdrive build, would you like to go ahead and ask me some questions? More than happy to answer them. Could even show some things, demonstrate some things if you want to see. So if you're just going to stay quiet, then you're just going to continue watching what I'm doing. And sometimes that's not always the most fun thing to do.
They've seen us.
Oh, they're pretty close together. One more set of those and we're done.
We need to fight back.
Powering up would be the smart approach here.
Alright.
They just need to lose it. Open fire.
What is just ugly? Am I having trouble with the quality? Because it should be at 60 FPS right now. Alright, moving on. Let's see where we're at. Refuel. Should have enough now. There we go. Ghost Factory is now completely maxed out. The other ones can wait. I mean, I just need Blossom Dance right there. And then we have our finished product. But for now, let's see if Ghostwalker is going to make a particularly challenging Tyrant that I was facing earlier today before I started the stream a little easier. So I'm just curious about that. You're probably going to watch me get my butt completely raffle stomped, but that might be pretty entertaining for you. All right. I'm just curious. Okay, we're gonna go in guns blazing.
Let's get this over.
Well, might as well clear out the extras.
Shield wall. Blaze blur. Superior decoy round.
I've been staggering.
Shoot down on repair.
These guys are definitely making the fight with the boss a problem. So we're gonna take out the ads first.
This ends now.
Shield wall. Gun
Fire
force.
now.
Superior thanks. You don't have to heal me. Superior threat.
Rising flame.
Furious blast. Shoot down on repair. Take down.
This ends now.
Use aura. Thanks.
Nice. Tornado wave. Rising flame. Ghostwalker. Rising flame. Tornado wave. Cruise green edge. I think we've won it down. Keep shooting on your speed. Ghost Factory.
Blaze blur. Sorry.
Rising flame. Tornado wave. Does that work? Their size worked against them.
Ghost Factory makes all the difference. I love Ghost Factory. Yeah, before I started the stream, that guy completely kicked my ass. Whew. Okay, that was fun. Didn't even see these guys when I came in. Okay, now I can go sword hunting. So let's go back to Noctilum. And should be around Rust Lake, I think. Could be wrong. Just kind of jump around to a couple of different ones. I'm trying to use my memory on this one. Hold on a second. I'll know it when I see it. I just gotta see it. And this does not look like it. Nope, definitely not it. I forgot which location this was, but as long as I'm just gonna jump around Noctilum until I find it. So I didn't exactly expect to be ready to do this right now, but I am. I might have to go to my notes. Give me a second. Just gonna go to my notes real quick. Do. It's FN209. Okay. Yeah, I was way off. FN209, 209, 209. Alright, FN209. Let's go kill ourselves an 88 Tyrant. Yep, there you are. Right after the final boss spawned. Just like you're supposed to be.
Open fire, kill that out. This ends now.
Shoot down on the repair. Accelerating from superior decoy round.
Rising flash.
Furious blast.
Moving and quick.
Got it. You send it to your ramp. Take down shot. Down for
This ends now.
shield wall.
Shall we?
Busted knife. Ah. Oh, that's why. Duh. I don't have the AM. I need to have the AM. If it gives me a busted knife, that means it's a loot that's supposed to drop, but it didn't drop because I don't have the AM. To get the AM, I need to go all the way back to the barracks, and I need to serve the Nopon. So let's do to serve the Nopon. Requires member is missing. Required member is missing. Elma. Nighttime. Elma should appear then. Hello, Ilma.
Stay sharp.
Let's switch out HP. Okay, now I can do serve the Nopon. Save it before we continue. Taking forever to load, isn't it? Okay. So many recipes, so little time. Gotta go to the residential district. No, commercial district and the residential district, so it's a bit of a mixture.
What's up? What's up?
Wait, what? This might be a time of day thing. Nope, there it is.
Hey.
Maybe can help.
What's up?
Okay, that's done. Return to Tatsu. Not done yet, though. Okay. Now I must go to the administrative district. Gotta inquire. Oh, that's right. I think one of them is back here.
What do you
Yep.
think?
And where is he at? Caldros. Well, that's a big jump.
I'll make them hurt. Victor looked out today's menu in?
Not yet. Depends if Topsy can make it or not.
To say that he popped is something of an understatement. Well, that's done. Yay. All right. Prospective partners. Now we gotta do prospective partners. No, it's fathers and sons. Prospective partners. Complete chapter 9 and 18% of the era. Done.
We have
Alright. Let's see. Report to the Blade Tower. Will do. Let me check my notes. Check my notes, check my notes, check my notes.
Warriors through and through. They really?
Lubba-dum, dubba-dum, dubba-now, dubba-now, dubba-now. Oh, good. No left. Like randoms in the air. Okay, back to Blade Tower then. If they got everything they want and need.
Received your report. Good work.
I'm just sorry we weren't able to get more.
Okay. The segment and blade thingy was good. Alrighty. New to the barracks. There they are. A challenger approaches.
The guest.
Okay. Head to Oblivia. The Rothian stronghold there.
That's right.
They've seen
Shall
us.
guard my wrist. Open fire and don't let up. Shadow Strike.
dun, 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 na, na, na. Okay, we're gonna go pick up the mid kits, because that worked so well last time. Damn time I got the door. Oh, that's the wrong one. If you'd so kindly move. There we go. There's 6 stars. Sweet. Now let's go max out 6 stars. So we can start getting some pretty sweet swords. Switch out early morning. I have to go ahead and change the clock. So there's a bench over here.
Fresh, you hear this?
Hey,
Change it to afternoon. And pick up HB.
Really?
one, two, three, four.
Come now, let's go.
Let's go continue doing support missions. This time acquiring Meridian. I guess alternating between Meridian and Affinity. Let's do Meridian first. That's Affinity. That's Meridian.
They're not really planning to fight.
The Phoenix Wings flame firing from above and take control of this battle.
Just getting started. They're not really planning to fight.
Phoenix Wings flame. Start on
Take this.
Get out of here!
Magnum K. Shield wall.
Thanks. I'll make it hurt.
Take that shot.
Is that it?
Let's keep it up.
The Phoenix Wings flame. Start on strong. The Phoenix Wings flame will destroy you.
We should weaken them just to be safe.
The Phoenix Wings flame will destroy you.
Don't mistake me
We
for
should
some
weaken
empty
them just to be safe.
Hey, welcome to the stream. Got about 15 minutes till we go ahead and wrap up, so we're just fine-tuning a few things. Enjoying being able to use support missions for once. Oops, wrong one. So you got any questions right now? Anything you'd like to see? Otherwise, I'm just going to keep on doing these rather straightforward and pretty damn dull support missions. All right then.
planning to fight with me. Shield wall!
Thanks a bunch.
Take this! Superior trash talk!
Leave this to me.
Just getting started. Shield wall!
Thanks a bunch.
Close quarters? Hey,
Is that it?
don't mistake me for some empty suit.
We should weaken them just to be safe.
Shield wall! Sorry for the trouble.
Fire carnival!
One down. Get ready to blast the next target. Don't mistake me for some empty suit. Start with range.
Shield wall!
Offensive stance.
Get out of here! I'm good on fire.
Don't mistake me for some empty suit.
That'll grant us a little bit more affinity. I'm going to go to the administrative district and invest another 30k. We don't have too much longer left of the stream. About 10 minutes. So I guess the last thing we should do is see if we can take on that 70 guy and whether or not he's going to keep healing.
They're not really planning to fight with me.
So we're going to do this one more Meridian thing. Then we're going to go ahead and kind of wrap up the stream in a glorious way and see if we can take on something that I couldn't beat before.
Don't mistake me for some empty suit.
want to see what happens when I cut off all of his pieces, because he keeps healing. So, Core Crusher might not be good. But, hey, don't know till we find out, right? Let's just see what happens. And if this, if it doesn't end well, at least it'll be a fun show.
My mind is clear. This is my chance.
Shield wall. Magnum hit. Furious decoy round. Burning sonic kick. Keep it going. Furious blast.
Is that it?
Let's keep it up.
Keep your minds clear. This end.
Let's go. Superior gun force.
Thanks.
I like it a lot. I'm on a roll. Open fire. No one can touch me. Use an aura. Shield wall. I'm willing to give that a try.
Thanks. Does that work? Then move it and stretch.
Close quarters. Survey. Superior decoy round. Take down shot. Furious blast. Superior gun force. Magnum hit. Superior decoy round.
Prepare your aura. Be ready for anything.
Don't worry about me.
Damn it, he killed me. That was actually not going too bad. I just gotta keep going at him. I think I slipped up on my thing. Let's try that one more time, because that was actually going pretty good. As long as I was keeping the DPS on him, he was going down. He has a tendency to heal a lot. Come on. There we go. I don't feel comfortable without killing a couple of these small guys first.
Start off strong.
Close quarters.
Thanks.
Superior gun force. Got it. Superior decoy round.
Hurt.
Missile volley. See how I stack up the hit. Burning blast.
This attack should be the six.
Blade blur.
My mind is clear. This is my chance. I think we've won it down. Keep shooting this.
Shield ball. Keep it going. Offense extend. Burning blast. Furious blast. More superior gun force.
Well, definitely got everything I need.
Thanks. hurt.
Superior wild down. Down to the sled. Stay down.
Hope I didn't get in the way.
Alright. Let's try this again and not skimp out on the cloaks.
I'm in the zone. Let's close in and clean up.
Close quarters.
Thanks.
Decoy round. Superior gun force. I already won.
Let's see some teeth.
I owe you one. Shield ball. Superior decoy round. Blade collar. You cut in and redirect. I already won. For me, I am it felt that hitting close.
I'll make him hurt.
Superior gun force. Open fire. Very one.
Prepare your order. Be ready for
Take down
anything.
some.
I'm on fire now.
See how I stack up the head? Move in for the kill.
Roger. This
Atomic
attack
hit.
to the side.
Burning slash. Thank you.
Prepare your order. Be ready for anything.
Reinforcement. Shield ball.
I'll make him hurt.
You're in flash. I owe you one. Now for a buck. Atomic hit.
That work?
Blade slam. Superior wild down.
I'll make him hurt. Good enough.
Holy! All right. Well, that is going to be one way to close out the stream, folks. So, hope you enjoyed the show. See you next time.